morning from MWC 2025. I'm here together with Arun Bhikshesvaran, CEO of Radisys. Nice to meet you, Arun.
Nice to meet you, Akim. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Excellent.
Perfect. Radisys and Trio have transformed connectivity in India. How do you plan to bring that same impact to Africa?
Yeah, so what Jio and Radisys have done together in India is creating phenomenal affordability for the mass population, right? And we focus on the total economics of providing connectivity from the network side to the consumer product side.
Okay.
And this is what we want to take to Africa as a learning and as an experience and in the form of products as well. So we've got a complete portfolio that we're working with, and that includes devices, that includes network connectivity, and we will take that whole model to Africa.
So you're kind of having a blueprint.
Absolutely. So that blueprint has worked well for us in India. Now, that blueprint might not be exactly 100% transformable in Africa, but it gives us the basis and a framework for how to operate. And again, there is one fundamental difference. Jio in India is an operator. In Africa, we're not going to be an operator. We're going to help other people who are local entrepreneurs, who have the ability to operate local networks. We're going to supply them with the tools and the methods and the processes to make them successful.
Because you have the similarities of markets from income, geographical, rural areas, semi-rural areas.
Absolutely. The demographic profile is also quite similar. So we think we can do a lot to take the learnings and the products that we have and make them work in Africa.
All right. So your multi-access broadband solution seems tailored for Africa's connectivity needs. How do fixed PON, 5G RAN and unlicensed band FWA address different challenges on the continent?
Yeah, so the challenges in the continent are actually across the pyramid. So at the top of the pyramid for industry, society, learning, healthcare, you need super reliable, super secure communication networks. And that we can provide using fixed broadband technologies or secure 5G networks, right? But then as you go towards the middle and the bottom section of the pyramid, affordability starts to be a little bit thinner, and you need different kinds of solutions. And what other people are trying to do is to use the networks that are already available and just fill it with different kinds of traffic. Well, that doesn't always work, Akim. What you need is a ground level understanding of what people can afford, what society can afford, and have a technology solution that caters to that. And that is where our portfolio from Mimosa Networks starts to become very, very interesting, because it uses unlicensed spectrum, and we've got a innovation in there that takes advantage of the unlicensed spectrum and Wi-Fi based technologies to create a very affordable connectivity solution. And so we have a complete mix from fixed PON to 5G based access and also unlicensed access that creates a bouquet of solutions that is best suited for Africa.
So we could easily say that you try to come up with a real business model before you actually come with the technology.
Absolutely correct. A lot of companies have the technology solution and then try to fit it into a business model and consumer market need. We start with the opposite, and Akim, this is also the approach from Jio as well, right? We learn the market, we learn what consumers can afford, we know how they want to pay, and then you design the perfect solution for that.
And that helps it to scale, because
absolutely, absolutely, because you have built it for the market. You have not built a solution and looking for a market.
That sounds good. For areas without fiber or RAN coverage, how is Radisys enabling cost-effective fixed wireless access solutions?
Yeah, so for fixed wireless access, we have two options. One is using licensed spectrum, the other one is using unlicensed spectrum. For licensed spectrum, our offering is based on an open RAN solution. So we have the software, we integrate with other people's radios. It's a completely open solution, but we take responsibility to provide the complete package. And that makes it very attractive for people who own spectrum today. On the other hand, there are people who want to come in and solve the market problem of underserved and unserved markets. And for them, we are able to bring in our Mimosa-based solution. We're also able to mix and match, where we can provide Mimosa-based solutions for backhaul and then use licensed spectrum for end user connectivity. So we've got this ability to mix and match to create the right solution for the market.
So you earlier told me that Radisys and Trio are working with the NGIC Ghana to build a unique 4G, 5G neutral host network. Can you share more about the project and the significance for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So NGIC is in a very unique position in the market in Ghana, where they have access to the spectrum for a considerable period of time to provide this neutral host network. And all other operators then are I wouldn't say mandated, but have high priority on accessing this network to provide services to their consumers. Especially on the 5G side, it's a tremendous economic benefit because you're not trying to build multiple networks at the same time in a country like Ghana, where it makes more sense to have one network and just provide shared access. So we have been an integral part of that project from the beginning. We are supplying the network technology. We're also collaborating with NGIC on getting the right kind of devices and the CPEs in place so that this project can be a big success.
So it's a more kind of a partnership.
It is a partnership, both in terms of technology and also market approach, and trying to figure out what works best in the market.
Okay, interesting. So Mimosa has several African customers, among them Safaricom, for example. What makes your solution so attractive for major operators in the region?
So I think what makes it attractive is our ability to create a very affordable product, but that still is capable of dealing with interference, capable of dealing with unlicensed spectrum, and providing performance over a long range distance. I think that combination, we have been able to crack the code with that. So we've got links that go up to 100 kilometers and providing several hundred megabits of connectivity, and that combination is unique, and it is a very affordable solution because it builds on Wi-Fi technology, and it has some extensions that we have made that make it a unique product.
So we could say it lays in your DNA, based on your experience, to really understand first the demand of the market, possibilities, and then come up with the right technology fit in order to provide a scalable approach.
100%. That is the DNA of Geo, that is the DNA of Radisys, and now we are able to bring it to market to create real solutions to real problems that exist in the market.
Okay. Out of curiosity, what is the time to market with such solutions?
Everything is available now.
Okay, interesting. Perfect. Beyond connectivity, and we all know that the digital gap and bridging the digital divide in Africa is still a big challenge on the continent. So how do you see opportunities to unlocking the opportunities on the market throughout the different layers, for example, education, healthcare, and e-commerce?
Yeah, so building on the understanding of the market, so what we also try to do is partner with our customers to understand what markets they want to serve, in addition to just consumers. So if you look at healthcare, for example, healthcare has its own set of regulations that you need to comply with. If you take education, for example, then you need software for digital classrooms, you need software for teachers, you need software for students, and you also need devices that students and teachers can use. So we take a complete view of the ecosystem that is needed. And within the realm of what is available to us from the Geo portfolio, we have all kinds of solutions that we can bring to market. For example, in a couple of countries, we are working with a device that has been launched in India called as the Geo Book. It is a Android-based laptop form factor, so it's got built-in mobility, so you have 4G connectivity always, and it's a laptop form factor that is well suited for elementary, for middle school students, and even for teachers going up to high school. So it really brings connectivity and compute and a digital classroom in a very, very accessible format. That is the level of market.
Affordable, I would say.
Affordable, 100%, right? So you get connectivity, affordability, portability, everything packaged in a nice way.
So
and that is what is going to make it
successful.
successful. It is an end-to-end solution for the education sector.
Okay.
And that is how we replicate from one market to another.
Okay, very interesting. It was very insightful. Thanks for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely, Akeem. Thank you for taking the time. Great to be here. Great to see you.
Thank you. That was TechAfrica News from MWC25. You can find more on techafricanews.com.